But today's the shortest day, Jen.
Okay, I love it. I love those extremes. Tomorrow, bring on hopefully some sun, but I think there is none.
No, it's going to be a bit gray in the coming days. Wind will be the big weather story that we're following. We've really got a series of systems, a parade of storms that will impact us leading all the way up and towards our Christmas. But first off, if you're planning the day-to-day, the rain is going to move in for this afternoon. It'll be heavy at times. Most areas across the lower mainland will see those winds with gusts of up to 40 kilometers per hour. But in behind it, there are a couple of systems that'll be impacting us. Now, we are seeing the wind warning. That's for Howe Sound, gusts of up to 100 kilometers per hour. Central Coast up to 110, and a fog advisory. Dense and limited visibility, dense fog. That's across the Caribou as well as Prince George, all included within that. Along the mountain passes, we will start to pick up snow later this evening along the Coquihalla between 2 and up to 4. Allison Pass, Rogers Pass with an additional 5, and then higher amounts right along the Kootenay Pass, closer to 10 centimeters. Now, I wanted to put this into play, planning ahead. So late Monday night and towards our Tuesday. For Christmas Eve, it'll be very wet and windy, and then likely another storm is going to move in, and that'll be for our Christmas Day. So we're looking at very wet and windy conditions. All areas along the coast, it'll be mild. We're even getting into the double digits. So our long-range forecast, we are seeing those temperatures still anywhere between 7 and up to 9 degrees, but you're for planning for Christmas Day and leading in towards our Boxing Day so far. Northern half of the province, though, it's chilly for the day today underneath a mix of sun and cloud. Central interior with that fog this morning, it'll dissipate. We'll be into a mix of sun and cloud. Very windy at times along the north and central coast. It's the central coast with that wind warning, gusts of up to 110 kilometers per hour. Mild one today, we're up to 10. For tomorrow, Jen, gusts of up to 60 kilometers per hour. We've got another round of rain. We've got a brief break. That'll be between systems on our Monday and then taking us in towards our Tuesday. Wednesday, so far, it's still a few days out for Christmas, but we are looking at wet and windy conditions. Back to you.
All right. Monday. I'll focus on that, sun. Thanks so much. All right, the Christmas countdown is on, and it's the same thing for the little fuzzy friends in our house, too.
Yeah, we're getting into the festive spirit, and this is a great shot of Flossie, and this was sent in from Patty McIntosh. So, yeah, great shot of Flossie by the tree. I mean, to set all this up, I'm always impressed by the photos that everyone takes, so thank you so much for that great photo. All right, through the day today, though, our dog walking forecast, the rain is going to start to pick up. It'll be mild. Temperatures will be up to 10. And the winds will also pick up with gusts of up to 40 kilometers per hour. With the winter solstice, it's the shortest day of the year. We're looking at the sunset this evening, closer to 4:17. Here's a shot of what it looks like from the Pan Pacific Hotel. We're still seeing dry conditions out of the airport. We're sitting at 7. We've got a light wind, but that is going to start to pick up. And it's this moisture that is moving in. It'll push in for us right across the lower mainland and continue through the afternoon and early evening. And then in behind it, we're tracking a series of storms that will impact us leading in towards our Christmas Day. But first off, for the day today, Howe Sound, we do have a wind warning in effect, gusts of up to 100 kilometers per hour. Areas along the central coast will see it through the afternoon with gusts of up to 110 kilometers per hour. Fog advisory still remains in effect. That's for Prince George and the Caribou region. We've got limited visibility across that area. That'll dissipate as we get in through the day today. Coquihalla along the mountain passes 2 and up to 4 centimeters. It starts to pick up through the evening. Similar along the Allison Pass, and then higher amounts along the Kootenay Pass. We could see an additional 10 centimeters. So check in with drivebc.ca for the latest road conditions. Wanted to plan ahead for Christmas. So now Christmas Eve, this is Monday night into Christmas Eve. We are going to see very wet and windy conditions, and then another storm is going to push in so far for our Christmas Day. It'll be wet and windy, but it is going to be mild right across the board. Now the northeastern corners of the province, it's chilly with some sunshine in the mix. The rain starts to pick up heavy at times for the southern interior. That'll pick up through this afternoon. 10 for us. We kick off winter solstice. Tomorrow, windy with gusts of up to 60 kilometers per hour. Jay, a nice break between systems so far. The bright spot will be on our Monday. And then leading in towards our Tuesday, Wednesday, we're tracking rain so far, getting in towards our Christmas Day. All right. Welcome back, Jay.
I tried to bring you some sunshine
I
back
was
from
thinking
Mexico.
that.
We got one day's worth, it looks like.
Yeah, you bet.
Nice to be back. Thanks, Yvonne, and Merry Christmas.
Now, it looks like they had a great time last night. The weather seemingly held out. It wasn't too bad. Yesterday there was rain, but this morning warm and windy.
Yeah, and it is going to pick up in terms of the rain. We had that nice brief break, overnight. For the day today, though, it'll be mild once again between 9 and up to 10 degrees, but it is going to be windy if you're by the water with gusts of up to 40 kilometers per hour. Now, in behind it, we still have a series of storms that will impact us, and this will lead all the way in towards our Christmas Day. But the wind warning that we're highlighting is for Howe Sound. We've got gusts of up to 100 kilometers per hour. Areas along the central coast coast up to 110. And we do have a dense fog advisory this morning for Prince George and extending in towards the Caribou. Very dense this morning, limited visibility, and then it'll start to ease and dissipate as we get in through the afternoon. Along the Coquihalla, if you're traveling along that route for our highway forecast, 2 and up to 4 centimeters this evening. Similar along the Allison Pass. Higher amounts will be along the Kootenay Pass with an additional 10 centimeters and heavier snowfall this evening if you're traveling near the summit. Now, coastal areas along the northern half of the province also seeing some of those gusts between 50 and up to 80 kilometers per hour. A bright spot for the northeastern corners of the province, but chilly into the minus 20s. A mix of sun and cloud across the central interior once the fog dissipates, and then most areas into the southern interior. A drier start this morning. Rain starts to pick up late in the afternoon, and then snow for higher elevations will intensify through the evening. It is very wet and windy, even areas near Tofino with some of those gusts of up to 70 kilometers per hour, and then mild for Victoria up to 10. So a wet one for the start of our weekend, our winter solstice, officially our first full day of winter tomorrow. It'll be gusty at times up to 60 kilometers per hour. A brief break will be between systems on our Monday, and so far it's still a few days out for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. We are looking at wet, windy conditions, mild between 9 and up to 10 degrees. All right, Brad, over to you. Good morning with the check on the roads.
Hells, that should have said deck the halls. We missed that, folks. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Don't email us. We just saw it. And sorry,
it's early.
It's early. It's early in the morning. We're busy. We're busy. You guys are busy upstairs.
Santa's coming.
Festive.
Yes.
Santa's coming. Is he going to get wet?
Yes, he will be, but that's okay. I think he's okay. He's got some rain gear. I think he's prepared, but yes, we are tracking some wet weather. It is going to pick up for us along the south coast, especially as we get in towards the afternoon and leading in towards this evening if you're making plans, and it is going to be wet and windy for our Sunday as well. And then we've got a parade of storms that'll impact us, and this will take us and lead us all the way in towards our Christmas forecast. For the day today, though, we've got a wind warning, Howe Sound, gusts of up to 100 kilometers per hour, central coast up to 110, a dense fog advisory, so limited visibility for Prince George and extending in towards the Caribou. That'll dissipate, though, as we get closer towards the noon hour. Now, the northeastern corners of the province, the Peace today, wind chill minus 14. Tomorrow, minus 11, but the wind's still picking up with gusts of up to 40. Whitehorse will see a bright spot for the day today, remaining dry for tomorrow with winds of up to 60. Along the north coast, it is wet and windy. We'll continue to track that leading in towards our Sunday and into early next week. Caribou and central interior, a bright spot, pleasant with a mix of sun and cloud. Temperatures at the freezing mark. Columbia and Kootenay region, we've got the snow level sitting closer to 1,500 meters. In the valley bottoms, it'll be falling as rain. Thompson, Okanagan, the snow level sitting closer to 1,200 meters, and still a few showers will be in the mix for Sunday's forecast. Whistler, we are going to see a bit of that mixing rain mixed with snow for the early morning hours on Sunday, and areas across the island. The rain will pick up. It'll be windy, especially along the western edge near Tofino. For us, though, a mild one, 10 degrees. First full day of winter will be for tomorrow. Gusts of up to 60 kilometers per hour. Jen, we're looking ahead towards our Monday. There will be a brief break between systems. It's still a few days out, Tuesday, Wednesday, and for our Christmas Day forecast, looks to be wet and windy so far. Over to you.
All right. Thanks so much, Yvonne. Oh, well, that's not good news. A lot of people are looking forward to that. Yeah, And are you bringing us more sighs?
Yeah, for the coming days, it's going to be on and off. We're not looking at a white Christmas, but we are going to see very wet and windy conditions leading up and for our Christmas so far. Temperatures today, though, mild between 9 and up to 10 degrees. We're tracking a series of storms, so it's really a parade that'll impact us in the coming days. For the day today, though, the wind warning for Howe Sound with gusts of up to 100 kilometers per hour along the central coast up to 110. We're tracking a dense fog advisory with limited visibility for Prince George, and right across the Caribou and central interior it'll dissipate as we get closer towards the noon hour. Now, if you're along the mountain passes, the Coquihalla will start to see some of that snow near the summit this evening between 2 and up to 4. Allison Pass will be included within that, and then higher amounts along the Kootenay Pass closer to 10 centimeters, so winter driving conditions. Putting the future cast into play and planning for the week, we are looking at a system, a storm that will move in Monday night into Tuesday, so for Christmas Eve, very wet and windy, and so far for our Christmas Day, it'll be quite similar, so be prepared, but we are going to refine this as we get closer in the coming days. Now, the northeastern corners of the province, a bright spot, chilly for the day today with a mix of sun and cloud, drier conditions across the central interior. Once the fog dissipates, we'll see some sunshine along the north coast. We are seeing some of those winds between 50 gusts of up to 80 kilometers per hour for the interior. Most of the rain starts to pick up, and that'll be towards the afternoon and then continuing in towards this evening. Mild one today, temperatures up to 10. First full day of winter will be for tomorrow, gusts of up to 60 kilometers per hour. Monday, a nice break between systems, and then so far soggy, wet and windy for our Tuesday, Wednesday, taking us in towards our Christmas Day. All right, over to you, Brad, with the check on the roads. Good morning. Mark's done it before.
Right?
We've had him one time in Hawaii.
We should do a redo.
Me
and you this time.
Yeah, I know. I asked to be the PA along the trip. They didn't take me, so yeah, I was happy to schlep the gear, but next time. I'm going to volunteer next time. All right, for us, though, it is quite mild. We're getting into the double digits, up to 10. Average for this time of the year sits at 6. We're welcoming the winter solstice. It'll be the shortest day today. Sunset this evening at 4:17, and a record on this day, 17 degrees, and that was set back in 1940. Now, we're still seeing a parade of storms, and through the day today, the rain is going to pick up. It'll be heavy at times. If you're traveling along the mountain passes, some of that snow starts to intensify. It'll be towards the evening. Very windy near Howe Sound. Wind warning up to 100 kilometers per hour along the central coast, up to 110. And for the fog, dense fog advisory for the Caribou and Prince George. That'll start to dissipate and lift as we get in towards the afternoon. Chilly for the piece today, wind chill at -14. The winds for tomorrow with gusts of up to 40. Whitehorse, a bright spot with a mix of sun and cloud. Windy for tomorrow. Along the north coast, it'll be wet and windy for both days out of our weekend. Gusts tomorrow even up to 70 kilometers per hour, and then continuing in towards Monday. Caribou and central interior, mix of sun and cloud. As we see the fog dissipate through the day today, we'll climb up to the freezing mark. Columbia and Kootenay region, we're seeing that rain, heavy at times. Snow level sitting at around 1,500 meters. Snow level for the tops in Okanagan at 1,200. We'll still see a few showers in the mix for the early morning hours on our Sunday. Whistler, some rain mixed with snow overnight, and for our Sunday morning, it'll ease off to showers on Monday and areas across the island. It is going to be windy, especially along the western edge if you're near Tofino. Mild today, Tofino up to 13. Out of Victoria, we'll climb up to 10 degrees. For tomorrow, those winds will pick up once again, gusts of up to 60 kilometers per hour. The brief break between systems, Jen, will be on our Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, we're looking ahead, plan ahead, especially in towards our Tuesday, Wednesday. We could see some power outages. It'll be very windy as we get in towards our Christmas forecast. All right, Jen, over to you.
Thanks so much.
Good afternoon. It's a great start to our weekend. We're tracking rain through the afternoon. It'll ease off to a chance for some showers and windy. For areas that are closer to the water, we're looking at gusts of up to 40 kilometers per hour. Temperature-wise, though, double digits up to 10 degrees. Average for this time of the year sits at 6, and a record of 17 was set back in 1940. Winter solstice, it'll be the shortest day and the longest night. Official sunset at 4:17. Now, we are going to see a parade of storms. We'll be tracking this in the coming days leading up to our Christmas forecast. If you're traveling along the mountain passes, though, this evening we are going to see snowfall along the Coquihalla, the connector between 2 and 4. Rogers Pass with up to 5, and then along the Kootenay Pass, higher amounts and heavy at times with up to 10 centimeters, and then for the day tomorrow, an additional 2 and up to 4, especially for areas that are closer to the summit. Now, I wanted to put the futurecast into play, and looking ahead, Monday night into Tuesday morning, we've got a storm that is going to pack a punch with very windy conditions. We could see power outages and delays for those that are traveling, and then we're going to track another storm for our Christmas Day with windy conditions and the rain once again. But plan ahead, especially Monday night into Tuesday. It looks like we'll be seeing very windy conditions. Now, the northeastern corners of the province, the Peace, we are seeing some breaks in there. -10 is the high. More of a clearing will be on the way for Sunday, and we'll hang on to that sunshine for our Monday. Whitehorse, the winds today, southerly up to 30. Tomorrow, gusts of up to 60 kilometers per hour. Wet and windy along the north coast. Gusts of up to 50 today, 70 for tomorrow. It'll remain very windy into Monday, but mild over the weekend with temperatures between 11 and 13 degrees. Caribou and central interior, it's dry as we sit at the freezing mark. Winds pick up for tomorrow with gusts of up to 50. Columbia and Kootenay region, snow level sitting closer to 1,500 meters. More rain will move in the forecast for tomorrow night. Tops in Okanagan will see the snow level sitting closer to 1,200 meters, 1,100 meters for tomorrow, and then a chance for some flurries moving in for Monday night. Whistler will see that rain and heavy at times, a few wet flurries, and then changing over to showers for the morning hours on Sunday, and areas across the island, especially the western half near Tofino, through the afternoon and early evening. some of those winds will pick up still between 50 and 70, and we'll see that once again for tomorrow. So our 5-day forecast across Metro Vancouver, another wet and windy day. It'll pick up for the morning hours tomorrow, continue through the day, a southeasterly wind with gusts of up to 60 kilometers per hour. Now Monday, it's a brief break between systems, but as we get in Monday night and in towards our Tuesday, so plan ahead. It is going to be very windy. We could see some power outages, and so far wet and windy for a Christmas day with highs up to 9 degrees.
Thanks so much.